Hi everyone, Danielle Valentino here, and I am so excited to spend a few minutes today showing you guys our new stamp pads from Close to My Heart. These things are so cool, they're so neat, they are one of my very favorite brand new products from Close to My Heart for this idea book that just came out, August 2016. This is something that I'm going to say I think everybody should have in their collection. I think you're going to enjoy the changes, and I'm going to spend just a couple of minutes today showing you a couple of those changes that are going to make things easier for you. The first thing that I noticed, as you can see, it's standing up so nicely, and I'll show you how we can do that in just a minute. But the first thing that I had noticed when I had gotten the new stamp pads is in comparing them to the old ones, the new ones are larger. Now, how does this make things better? Well, for those of you who like to stamp with the large stamp images, you're going to find inking up those images is going to be a lot easier. You have more surface area to work with, and because of that, getting the ink on those large images is going to be super, super easy. So that's the first thing. The second difference is how to open and close the ink pad. I think we can all say that opening the older ink pads could have been quite the challenge in the past. You would have to hold on to the little notch here and pull really tight and then twist it and turn it. And as you can see, it wasn't always easy. I mean, sometimes these guys gave trouble. And as you can see, I am a complete inky mess because of trying to open my black one twice today. The really cool thing about the new ones in opening them is all you do is pull apart. The way they pull apart so easy, and the way they close so easy, and everything stays nice and tight, that is all because of the magnetic lids. There's a magnet there, so it helps opening and closing a lot easier. And it also helps keep them closed, shut, and tight. Now, some of you want to know, well, what about the lids? Where do we keep the lids once the stamp pad is open? Well, because of the magnetic closure, you can still have your hinge there, which is really cool. You can flip that lid underneath your stamp pad, as you can see. It's all stuck, you won't lose it, and you can keep your stamp pad right there for you on your workstation. Now, the lids, the other side of the lid of the two has a multi-purpose, I think, and I'll show you what I've been using it for. When you go ahead and open it up, this side here acts as a little tray. The one thing that you can use that tray for is we have many of our customers who do beautiful artwork by painting on re-inker to their images to color them. So the first thing this tray could be great for is dripping a coordinating re-inker on this side where you can pull it up with a brush and you can use that on your artwork. The great thing about that is because the re-inker is going to coordinate with the color of your stamp pad, all you have to do is close the pad when you're done. There's no extra cleanup or anything that you need to do. The other purpose I've been finding with this side of the lid is for people like me, because we have these awesome, great clear blocks and clear stamps. Sometimes when you're doing a project and you're stamping multiple images for many different pieces of the project, you go to place your stamp down for a few moments, but because they're clear, they tend to blend in really well with your projects. So I misplace them. I do it a lot, and I know I've had many customers tell me that they have done it too. So I think a really cool place to put your stamp when not using it is to place it right down there in the tray. It's safe. It's in the coordinating ink. You're not going to get ink accidentally on any of your artwork elsewhere. So I think this is a really good purpose to serve, where you can just temporarily place your image down without losing it. So I think this lid is going to come in handy for many of us. Okay, so once you close them up, how do you store these guys? Well, they stack. And because of the magnet in the lids, they stack very easily. And once stacked, they stay stacked, which is really neat. I can pick up this stack right here, and I can move them around. As you can see, they don't really move that easily. There you go. And you can see it's pretty strong because I'm taking a couple of them up at the same time. So when they're on your workstation and you're doing your projects, you don't have to worry much about knocking them down or them spilling onto your artwork like the old ones. The old ones used to slide around a lot. And there were times where I would turn around and have 5 or 6 of my stamp pads just strewn across my table. And it makes things very difficult and frustrating at that. You just want things to stay organized. I know, especially when we craft. So when you're storing these guys, they stay stacked and they're very, very easy to store. And when you're on the go, they're easy to pack up and take with you. And when they're on your workstation, they're easy to keep in a pile without them falling all over the table. So I think there are a lot of great benefits to some of these changes. I think they did a great job with this design, and I really, really think that you guys are going to enjoy having these as part of your collection. Now, if any of you have the Annual Inspirations August 2016, July 2017 idea book, you can go to page 94, and that's 94, and you will see our stamp pads. We have coordinating colors for all of our cardstock and paper packs. We have colors for each of our palettes. We have Whimsy, Enchantment, Adventure, and Basic. And I think you're really going to love them. So go out and get yourself some stamp pads.